These affirmations are designed to get you thinking the right way about anxiety. Fighting with or avoiding anxiety can actually make it stay for longer. If we can learn to face fear and accept it, it begins to go away on its own. With repeated listening, applying what you hear into daily life, you too will no longer fear anxiety. Repeat each affirmation to yourself out loud or in your head. The primary cause of anxiety is not a particular situation, but the thoughts about the situation. Anxiety is useful when I am in literal danger, like being chased by a bear or falling out of an airplane. It is not useful when I am thinking about tomorrow. I can tell the difference between imagined and actual danger. There are much more times of imagined danger. Anxiety is caused by believing false, fearful thoughts. I am not my thoughts. I do not even have to believe every thought I have. I have the power to simply watch my thoughts without needing to change or do anything about them. I discard thoughts I don't want to listen to, like changing the station on the radio. I decide what to pay attention to. Fearful thoughts may come from time to time. That's normal. It's simply my ability to watch them and respond to them that is changing now. I get better at watching my thoughts by meditating each day. Learning to be the watcher of my thoughts is a skill that can be strengthened in time, and this works wonders to calm anxiety. There is no immediate danger at this moment. I am safe. I take comfort in the fact that I am not alone on this journey. Someone else out there has anxiety right now. I wish them well. I know they are doing the same for me. We are all healing together. My mind is a powerful tool. It controls how my body perceives the world. If I believe anxious thoughts or give them power, my body will respond to try and protect me. My body may not know the difference between an imagined threat and actual ones, but my mind does now. I am the gatekeeper to my mind and body. I change my response to fear by exposing myself to what I am afraid of. It's okay to be scared. I face what I fear head on. And when I do this, I teach my mind and body that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Mark Twain was right when he said, "Do the things you fear most, and the death of fear is certain." The former Navy SEAL badass David Goggins said, "You don't gain confidence by going into a spot that makes you feel good. It gives you a false sense of reality. You gain confidence by going into those things that you are afraid of, and that is what we are doing now." I am so grateful to have had anxiety. It has taught me to not run from fear, but to face it head on. I embrace fear. It makes me stronger, but I no longer identify as an anxious person. It was simply a phase of life, a stepping stone into my new and improved self. I know that anxiety is rooted in thoughts and scenarios about the future. I now understand that the future is not real. There's only ever the present moment, this moment, and I am safe right now in this moment. Fighting with anxious thoughts is like fighting a ghost. How can I beat something that isn't real? It only goes away when you no longer fight with it. When I don't fight, I don't feed it. The fear begins to starve, and then it dies. I forgive myself for constantly reacting and fighting with anxiety. I am simply grateful that I know that watching it, welcoming it, makes it go away. I still may experience anxiety. That is okay. I accept this. There is no pressure to not have anxiety anymore. I let it come if it wants. I have survived every anxious emotion so far. I cannot control every thought that pops into my head, but I can control how I respond to that thought. I do not push away fear, because what I resist persists. I am so grateful that my relationship to anxiety is changing now. I understand now that anxiety is often an overactive mind that goes unchecked. I do what I would want a loved one to do if they were feeling anxious, by taking care of themselves. I eat healthy, drink plenty of water, exercise, and get sunlight daily because I too want to feel good. I no longer fear the unknown. I embrace it. There's always something I could be anxious or worry about. That is normal, but I choose not to be. My mind will try to get my attention with things to worry about. I acknowledge these thoughts, I am aware of them, but I do not follow them. Negative, anxious thought patterns are washing away now. If I do ever get anxious, I can put my attention into my hands and my feet, because where attention goes, energy flows. And it's always a good idea to take attention away from the brain from time to time. Attention into the brain leads to more thinking. I visualize my new self without anxiety, and I love it. I no longer feel guilty for not worrying. I see thoughts as separate from me. I am not my thoughts. Anxious thoughts don't make me an anxious person. Believing them and pushing them away does. I simply notice my thoughts. I don't make a big deal of them, and then I forget about them, and they go away on their own. I forgive myself for ever having anxiety in the first place. Please listen regularly for maximal growth in your new life past the grips of anxiety. Namaste, my friend.